Alaye sundarakaram sadaikapriyadarsanam Ajnananashakam devam sadgurum Muralidharam
Pootaatma Paramaatma cha muktAnAm Paramagati Avyayah Purusha sAkshI kshetrajnOkshara pUtAtmane namaha.
pUtAtmA means the one with pure self. pUtAtmA yasya sa pUtAtmA. Bhagavan is called pUtAtmA because he is not tarnished by the association of the three gunas or by any actions like in the case of a jiva. In the divine names Bhuta Bhrit and Bhuta Krit, we discussed how Bhagavan is the one who creates this universe, he is the one who sustains this universe, and he is the one who destroys this universe. So when Bhagavan creates this universe or sustains this universe, for doing all these things, he has to associate himself with the Rajo Guna, Sattva Guna and Tamo Guna. Is it not? But though Bhagavan takes up these gunas, he is not affected by them, he is not tarnished by them. So he is called pUtAtmA. Similarly, every action that a jiva does binds the jiva. But in the case of Bhagavan, it does not bind him. So Bhagavan is the creator, he is the destroyer, he does all these actions of creation and sustenance and destruction, but still these actions do not bind him, they do not tarnish him, so he is pUtAtmA. That's why in Kalidharma Undiyar, our Guru Maharaj beautifully sings Muttozhil Purindum Puriyadirkum Mudalva Sharanam Undi Para Muktikku Vittiduvai Undi Para. In this, our Guru Maharaj says Muttozhil Purindum Puriyadirkum. This Puriyadirkum is a beautiful word. It has two meanings. One is Muttozhil Purindum. Krishna, though you are the one who has created this universe and I can see this universe, Puriyadirkum. I still don't understand you. I see your work, but I don't know you. So Muttozhil Purindum Puriyadirkum. The other meaning is Muttozhil Purindum Puriyadirkum. Though you do all this work of creation, sustenance and destruction, Puriyadirkum, you do not do it because those actions do not touch you. You are totally unaffected by them. So Puriyadirkum, you are not doing it. That is why Bhagavan is called pUtAtmA.
Paramaatmane namaha.
He who is Param, he who is supreme, and he who is the Atma or the soul is Paramatma. And Bhagavan is Paramatma, he is the supreme soul. Bhagavan is supreme, he is Param because there is nobody or nothing that is greater than him. And Bhagavan is also Param, he is supreme because everything can be contained in Bhagavan. But Bhagavan cannot be contained in anything. So he is Param. And every jiva has Bhagavan as his Antaryami. But Bhagavan does not have anyone else or anything else as his Antaryami. So he is the Paramatma. And Bhagavan is also supreme because Karya Karana Vilakshanaha Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swabhavaha. If we think about this, everything in this world can be seen as cause and effect. If we see something, we know that there must be a cause for this. And that cause would be the effect of some other cause. But Bhagavan is the cause for everything. He is the Moola Karana, but he is Nishkarana. He does not have another cause for his existence. So Bhagavan is the Paramatma because Karya Karana Vilakshanaha. And also he is Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swabhavaha. He is ever pure, he is ever aware and he is ever free, and therefore he is the Paramatma. That is why in a very sweet Madhura Geetam, our Guru Maharaj sings Kannin Maniye Karumugil Varna Tannigarillada Tani Perum Deivame. Tannigarillada Tani Perum Deivame. That is exactly what we mean when we say Paramatma. Because Bhagavan himself says in Bhagavad Gita, Mattaf parataram na anyat kinchit asti dhananjaya. He tells to Arjuna that there is nothing that's greater than me. Bhagavatam goes one step further and it calls Bhagavan as Adhika Samya Vimukta Dhamnaha. It says that there is no one that is even equal to Bhagavan, then what to speak of someone greater than him? We can't even compare anyone with Bhagavan. Nobody is even worthy of the comparison. Such is the greatness of Bhagavan, and so he is the Paramatma.
Muktaanam Paramagataye Namaha.
Bhagavan is called Muktaanam Paramagati because he is the supreme goal for even muktas. Now, muktas are realized souls. They are liberated souls. They are ever free. If we look at a common jiva, usually we roam around this world restlessly trying to attain something that we desire. But even after getting what we desire, we are not happy. We are not satisfied. We always want something else or something more and we start going behind them. Is it not? But in the case of a liberated soul, they do not have such desires. They have no cravings. Either they have nothing to attain in this world or the other world. That is how they are. But even such muktas, even such jnanis, such liberated souls, realized souls, they desire to listen and to sing the glories of Bhagavan. That's why in Srimad Bhagavatam it says, Atma Ramascha Munayaha Nirgrantha Pyurukrame Kurvanti Ahaitukim Bhaktim Itham Bhuta Guno Harihi. The divine attributes and the divine leelas of Bhagavan are such that even muktas, even liberated souls desire to sing and enjoy these leelas. That's why our Sri Guru Maharaj in a very sweet Madhura Geetam, he sings Muni Shukarum Yogi Bhishma Pitamaharum Panditan Uddhavanum Mohitanare. Muni Shukarum. In Srimad Bhagavatam we see how Shukacharya, who was a jnani, who was Garbhashriman, who was a Jivan Mukta, he learnt this entire Bhagavatam from his father and Bhagwan Sri Vedavyasa, and he also narrated this Bhagavatam to Parikshit. That is the beauty of Bhagwan's Divya Guna, his Kalyana Gunas, and that is what attracts even these muktas. In Srimad Bhagavatam we find a description of Vaikuntha, and while describing Vaikuntha and the people who are there in it, Bhagavatam says Swadrishtavadbihi, which means only realized souls are in Vaikuntha. That's why Bhagavan is called Muktaanam Paramaagati.
Avyaya Namaha.
Bhagavan is called Avyaya because he is indestructible. Sri Shankara Bhagavad Padar says, Na vyeti nasya vinasho vikaro va vidyata iti avyayaha. Bhagavan is not only indestructible, but he also does not undergo any change or transformation. It is Kala or time that brings about destruction or any transformation, is it not? But Bhagavan wields this Kala or time as his weapon in the form of Sudarshana Chakra. Sudarshana Chakra is Kala Chakra. So Bhagavan is not under the control of time, but Bhagavan is the controller of Kala or time. Bhagavan himself says in Srimad Bhagavatam, Na karhichit matparaha shantarupe nangshantino me animisho ledi hetihi yeshamaham priya atma sutascha sakha guruhu suhrudo daivamishtam. Bhagavan says, he who depends on me and deems me as his everything is never deprived of the joys of Vaikuntha, nor does my weapon in the form of time ever devour him. If that is the case for the devotees of Bhagavan, what to say of Bhagavan? Is it not? That is why in Sri Madhura Geetam, our Guru Maharaj, while addressing Hanumanji, he says, Ariyada Akhandakara Tattva Ramanin Tudane. He calls Hanumanji as the messenger of Sri Rama, who is indestructible. Ariyada Akhandakara Tattvam. That is why Bhagavan is called Avyayah. Bhagavan is also called Avyayah because, as Sri Parashara Bhattar says, Na viyate, na vyapagamyate asmat iti avyayah. Those who attain the lotus feet of Bhagavan never return to this world. Bhagavan never sends them back to this world. That's also why Bhagavan is called Avyaya. Bhagavan himself says in Bhagavad Gita, Abrahma bhuvanan lokaha punaravritti norjuna mam upetyatu kaunteya punarjanma na vidyate. Those who attain me never come back to this world, says Bhagavan.
Purushaya Namaha.
Bhagavan is called Purusha because he resides in the city or Puram called Shariram. Puram Shariram Tasmin Shete Purusha. Our scriptures refer to this body of ours as Navadvarapuri, or a city with 9 gates in the form of our senses or Indriyas. In Mahabharatam, Shanti Parva, it says, Navadvaram Puram Punyam Etaihi Bhavaihi Samanvitam Vyapya Shete Mahatmayaha Tasmat Purusha Uchyate. The indweller of this city or Puram called the Shariram is Bhagavan, and so he is called Purusha. Bhagavan is also called Purusha because he existed before anything or anybody ever existed. Pura, before anything else, Asit, he existed, so he is called Purusha. Bhagavan is also called Purusha because he is Purna, he is complete, so he is called Purusha. And Bhagavan is also called Purusha because Puruni can mean Bhuvanani, and because he destroys this universe at the time of Pralaya, he is called Purusha. And again, Bhagavan is called Purusha because he bestows us with many gifts. Puruni, Phalani, Sanoti, Dadati. Bhagavan loves to shower us with lots of gifts. That's why in Srimad Bhagavatam, our Guru Maharaj very beautifully sings, Kettadu kidaikum, ninaitadu nadakum, Tivinaiyagalum, Tiruvenkatavanarulal. Kettadu kidaikum, ninaitadu nadakum. Bhagavan will bestow us with whatever we seek. He grants us everything. In another Madhura Geetam, our Guru Maharaj goes one step further and he says, Ketkamale pala nanmaigalai arul purindaye kanna. Even without our asking or seeking, Bhagavan would shower us with innumerable gifts, so he is called Purusha.
sAkshine Namaha.
Bhagavan is called sAkshI because he is the all-knowing witness. He is omniscient. We need our sense organs to know things. We need our eyes to see, we need our ears to hear, we need our nose to smell, we need our tongue to taste, etc. But Bhagavan does not need any indriyas or sense organs to know things. He perceives everything directly, and there is nothing that can screen or hinder the perception of Bhagavan. So he is called sAkshI. In Srimad Bhagavatam Gajendra Stuti, we say, Nama Atma Pradipaya sAkshine paramAtmane. In Madhura Geetam, our Guru Maharaj also sings Sarva Niyamaka Sarva sAkshI. So Bhagavan is called sAkshI. Bhagavan is also called sAkshI because he witnesses the joy that liberated souls enjoy in Vaikuntha. And Bhagavan is very happy seeing them happy. Because Bhagavan is the witness for the joy that liberated souls enjoy, he is called sAkshI.
Kshetrajnaya Namaha.
Kshetram means this body. Bhagavan himself says in Bhagavad Gita, Idam shariram kaunteya kshetram ityabhidhiyate. Bhagavan says, this body, O Arjuna, is referred to as Kshetra. And the one who knows this Kshetra or the Sharira is called Kshetrajna. The perceiver of this Sharira is called Kshetrajna. Kshetram Shariram Janati iti Kshetrajnaha. The body is insentient or Jadam. Anything that is insentient cannot know itself. If there is a wall, the wall does not know that it exists. Is it not? This is true for anything that is insentient. Since the Sharira is Jadam or insentient, it cannot know itself. The one who knows this Sharira, who knows this body, is Kshetrajna. Bhagavan himself says in Bhagavad Gita, Kshetrajnam chapi mam vidhi. He says, Arjuna, know me to be the Kshetrajna. Bhagavan is also called Kshetrajna because, as Sri Parashara Bhattar says, Bhagavan knows the place or Kshetram where the muktas or liberated souls can enjoy bliss. And that Kshetram is Vaikuntha, and Bhagavan knows that Vaikuntha. He is the Vaikuntapati, so he is called Kshetrajna.
Aksharaya Namaha.
Bhagavan is called Akshara because he does not decay or diminish. Sa eva na ksharati iti aksharaha. Like we already saw, decaying is related to time. It is time which causes a change or a decay. And since Bhagavan is the controller of time, there is no decay for Bhagavan, so he is Aksharaha. In Srimad Bhagavatam, our Guru Maharaj sings, Amara Janapriya Govinda, Akshara Rupa Govinda. He calls Bhagavan as Akshara Rupa. Sri Parashara Bhattar says, Bhagavan is called Aksharaha because his Divya Leelas and Gunas are inexhaustible. In Nirukti, we find Sadanubhuya Manopi Nisima Guna Gauravat Muktaihi Kvachit Naksharati iti Aksharaha Parikirtitaha. Though the realized souls or the muktas enjoy the Divya Leelas and Gunas of Bhagavan always, the nectar called Bhagavan's Divya Leelas and Gunas never get exhausted. And every time they dip into this nectar of Bhagavan's Leelas, they find something new, and it is Navam Navam always. That's why in one of the Madhura Geetams, our Guru Maharaj very beautifully sings, Nava Nava Nutana Tava Leela Krishna Bhava Bhaya Bhanjanam Tava Nama Krishna Tvameva Kutuhala Keli. He says, Nava Nava Nutana Tava Leela. Your Leelas are ever new. Every time we tell the same Akhanchori Leela, it gives a different flavor. We get a different kind of joy, is it not? That is the beauty of Bhagavan's Divya Leelas and Divya Gunas. That is why we never get tired of listening to Srimad Bhagavatam or Ramayana, which contain Bhagavan's Charitras, because they are ever new. That is why Bhagavan is called Aksharaha. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Radhe Radhe.